and welcome back to Crafts by KMW. I am jazzed that you are watching this video and I hope you will enjoy it. Today I have another journaling video for you, and this is in Art Due to Love, a journal of self-discovery by Dawn DeVries Sokol. I have two other videos so far on the channel showing pages that I'm working on in this journal. And I've been kind of on a roll, so I thought I would make another one. So this page is called Fear Not. So the prompt says, we all have fears. Some are stronger than others, and some are more rational than others. List and doodle your former fears and how you conquered them. So as I've talked about in the other journaling videos, I am working on becoming better at drawing. And so I thought this page would be a perfect page to do some drawing on to exemplify my fears. So this is about former fears. So it makes me think a lot about my childhood. So one of the fears I had in my childhood was of a break-in. My dad would often fall asleep in the summertime with all the windows and doors open. We did not have central air conditioning, and I would always worry that someone was going to break into our home while my dad was sleeping. And so this was a true fear of mine. And just as a kind of funny side note, I have always slept with the radio on or music on. I have never slept in a silent room unless I've been with somebody else who doesn't like the music and wants silence. And usually I don't have the same fears when I'm with someone else. But when I'm by myself, I have to have music. And when I was a kid, I used to think that the radio DJs, if anyone ever broke into our house, the radio DJs would somehow magically know this and would announce it on the radio and ask for police to come to our house. So it's just kind of a funny story. It's just amazing how kids think. And sometimes when I think back to the thoughts that I used to have, it just makes me laugh. But that makes us who we are. So I've mostly conquered my fear of break-ins. I feel mostly safe today. So I want to depict this as a fear that I have conquered. So I think what I'm going to do, because I'm not good at drawing people at all, is I am going to draw a window. So this is just a simple square window, and I'm going to make just a 4-paned window. And you probably think, wow, you're drawing pretty dark. I am. And let me bring you in a little bit. I am drawing dark. This paper erases really nicely, so I don't have to be really careful about my pencil marks because the paper is really thick and has a nice, has a sheen to it, so it erases well, so I don't have to worry about that. So I am going to draw a crack in the window, as if somebody has broken into the window. I have no idea if I'm doing that right. Kind of looks like a star. Okay, I'm trying not to make it look like a star. And I'm gonna do some little shards kind of hang down. It'll look much better when I when I color it. And then I will write in here. When I was a kid, I used to be afraid of our house being broken into. All right, I'm gonna put a casing around this window. Finish it off. A little bit of a ledge. Okay. It's not perfect. Now, I could definitely go and look at pictures of broken glass or broken windows, but I don't want to do that because I really want this to come from me. So I am going to draw what I can and then move on. So the next thing that I used to be really afraid of when I was younger is monsters or things hiding in closets or things underneath my bed. So I felt like this is a really good opportunity to draw a scary monster. Now, I do not know if I know how to draw a scary monster. So I'm going to see what I can come up with here. I'm going to start with some slanty eyebrows. And I think that's actually looking more sad already than it is angry. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm going to give him some bushy eyebrows. Is it on the bottom where they look angry? I'm just not sure. Here, let me try to figure this out. Okay. Okay, insides, I think. All right. All right. He has a big mouth. Oh, wow. I am not conveying what I want to convey at all. I would love to know in the comments if you try to do this and if you've had a hard time with drawing something as well. I can picture how I want it to look. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to skip that for now. Okay, so another fear that I have conquered, I would say a fear of noises. So I am going to take some letter stickers and do some bang bangs. All right. I love letter stickers. I keep them on hand all the time. They are so easy to use, and I think really fun to use. So I'm kind of tipping the letters a little bit, because when you have loud noises, things sort of shudder and move around. I would love to know in the comments what some of the things that you are afraid of, or things that, fears that you have conquered are. Do you have some of the same fears that I used to have? And actually, I don't think that any fears actually go away. I am definitely not as afraid of loud noises as I used to be, but I'm not sure that I can say I'm definitely not afraid of loud noises. There have been plenty of times in my house where something has, say, fallen overnight or gotten knocked down, and I was just petrified with fear, even though I knew that nothing was going on, most likely. And it was just something falling or my cat knocking something down. It still just paralyzed me. So I'm not sure we ever get away from our fears. Okay, so I'm going to try to draw one more. So another fear I have, or used to have, is a fear of drowning. This was a really big fear for me when I was a kid, and not swimming drowning, but actually like being forcefully drowned. I remember one time my family, we took a trip and we drove over this really long bridge, and I just kept having these visions of being like pushed out of the car into the water, and of course not being able to save myself. So that was that has been a long-standing fear for me as a kid. I don't really feel that way now anymore. I think, again, I think a lot of kids have fears that you just grow out of when you become an adult. So I am going to draw some water on the bottom, and I can do a lot in the water and make some waves. And I think I'm going to draw some little fish. All right, I think here I'll draw a bigger fish. Okay, I'll mess with that one. All right, and I think I'm just going to put a hand coming out of the water. I am not good at drawing hands at all. So I think this is where I can maybe strengthen my skills a little bit. If you're laughing, it's okay too. Because I'm not really sure what I'm drawing here. And I'm actually trying to look at my own hand as I'm drawing this. Oh my gosh, that is really bad. Let's try to put some details in here. The thumb is like huge. Okay. All right. And then what I will do is with letter stickers, I will put drowning here and make it look curvy and wavy. I don't want to do that yet because I need to color that before I do that. So I think I'm going to stop here for this video. I hope this was inspirational. It's actually been fun talking through my past fears and the fears that I've conquered. Oftentimes we focus so much on the fears that we currently have, and we feel so defeated and silly because of all the fears that we have. I think it's really great to every once in a while just reflect on fears that we don't have anymore, fears that you've gotten rid of, fears that you've conquered in one way or another, or for one reason or another. Most of these fears are fears that basically just went away from me with age. But I'm sure there are some that I can think of that I worked on, and it's really self-affirming and really helpful to think about, oh, you know, I had this fear and this fear and this fear, and I no longer have them. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you did, I would love for you to share that in the comments and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and have a very crafty day.